Hello, Beard Wizard family, Creek Squad, Hangover Gang, people who come to this channel just because they like to see random stuff, whatever. Whoever's here, thank you guys for being here. Ryan, if you're watching, thank you for being here. I hear that he says that he watches all the reactions related to his current beef with Tom. If you watch this little channel, I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you don't take things too personally. Like you said, reactors are supposed to play referee. We're supposed to tell you when you're doing good and when you're not. And hopefully we can be fair in that during this current whatever's going on. But before we jump into that, everybody who's here, please subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We reached our goal last year of 3,000. And this year we're just trying to bump that up a little bit more. So I could use all the help I can get. Thank you guys. Check out the rest of the ways to support the channel. We got a merch store and all that other stuff, but the big thing really is just clicking that subscribe button. That would help me out immensely. So what is this? This is a little weird. It's not really a review and it's not really a reaction, and this isn't really a song, but there's an update. And I got curious this morning. I actually watched this morning when it came out, and I got kind of curious over the day. So during my breaks, during my lunch, because I work full time, I started doing some research because I like doing that kind of stuff. What I also like is making sure that when people are making an argument, that there's some substance to it, that there's something to stand on. So that I kind of got curious. I wanted to take a look. I don't know how a lot of the stuff in the music industry works. I know how stuff in the sort of publishing independent sphere works, but I don't know how stuff works in the music industry. So I decided to check some things out. So we're going to take a look at this video. Do you want to play a game? This is another sort of response. It's actually probably a little bit more clear of a response from Ryan about why he's upset at Tom. And then we're going to check some things. We're going to check some facts. We're going to check, because he's all about facts. Because this is, with this video, and I think you'll see what I mean here, with this video, it's turned more from just a diss, just a beef, into an accusation of Tom being a fraud, of Tom being fake. And some of the data that's being presented, I wanted to look into it and see what's actually going on there. So we'll take a look at this. I've got some things to look at, some things that I found, and yeah, we're going to talk about that. And bear with me, because I'm going to be switching screens and stuff, which I don't normally do during these live streams. Usually I would do this pre-recorded and edit if I'm going to do a lot of screen shares and switching, but I like this live format. So we're going to take a look at this. If you're in the live stream, say hi. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, be fair. Tell me where I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me any insight that you have. There are still two things that I have not been able to track down. The accusation that Tom made fun of a country living legend. I have not been able to find that. Somebody made that comment and I have not been able to find it. And also Tom saying he would make country music or country rap better. I keep hearing that, and I went digging and I cannot find this clip or this post or whatever it is. If you have it, please share it. I want to see it. So without further ado, and I think I have freaking cigar tobacco flake in my teeth, so sorry guys. I just realized that. Live show, boys and girls, welcome to the live show. We're going to take a look at this, pause as necessary, talk about different sections, and yeah, let's see what Ryan has to say.
Bro, this is getting spicy, and I'm here for it. See, what a lot of people don't realize is, some call it trolling. I call it taking up for myself and preparing for people to fuck me over. Been having to do it for a long time. That's why I'm so good at it. I mean, right now, I'm trolling at like a 0.1 out of 100. I think I'm about to turn it up to like 10. If I get to 100, talk about stress, bro. I can make it where you get 0 sleep and your hair turns gray. See, a lot of people think they're good at this game, and they think they want to play it with me until they make the first move. And then I'll make a few more to where they make a few more, you know, make them think they're getting somewhere with it. And then I'll say some stuff, and everyone gets quiet. See, a lot of these folks, they get caught up in the high of the moment. They get caught up in the hose, having a good old time, while your boy's over here sitting in a corner watching everybody. You know why? Because, you see, the South, people in the South been getting shitted on for a long time. And I knew this coming into my career. So, I gave myself tools to collect things
Hey, Ildefonso, welcome.
along the way for when these times do come up. And 100% of the time when this does happen, 100%, I said, not 99, 100. 100% of the time, these motherfuckers trying to play this game with me forget that I got these cards. Certain cards. They totally forget. That's why I said I can make your hair turn gray and make you not get no sleep. Because that is a fact. You know why?
Fact. We
Because I
need
know
facts.
too much. Ammo? I got too much.
Let's see.
What? Don't believe me? Okay. Tell them to call my bluff. See, I don't get discredited. They try to discredit me, but I just go get my credit back. And then some.
So he's building this up. That he's got fat. That's sorry. I hate when people do that. That's a bad spot to stop it. I don't like it when people take stills of celebrities or anybody and like, look how crazy they look because you took one frame out of a freaking video where they were like blinking or something. I hate when people do that. That doesn't make him look any better, but at least his eye isn't half closed and weird. Anyway, he's got facts. He said he's making it sound like he's got dirt. He's got receipts. He's got facts. Does he? Like, that's what I need to know. I agree, Ildefonso, and he even says he's trolling. Is he trolling? Is he real? I don't know. We're going to take a look because he's going to present us some facts, and we're going to talk about those facts here in a minute. So let's see.
Okay. Tell them to call my bluff. See, I don't get discredited. They try to discredit me.
Sorry.
I just go get my credit back. And then some. See, they always claim they want the underdog to win. Until they feel threatened by the underdog. Well, me being the underdog of the music industry, I knew that was coming. So I weaponized myself 7 years ago. So I could be flawless when it comes to taking up for myself. Taking up for the underdog. Taking up for independent artists. And most of all, my reputation. You see, this back and forth game, this here, there, trolling, see, that's all fun. It's like a rattlesnake playing with a mouse. Back and forth rap battle, fun. But when you start discrediting me...
How's he discrediting?
It ain't just you that's gotta worry.
Tom hasn't even said anything
It's
yet.
everyone standing around you. And when I start doing things to people standing around you, what are they gonna do? They're gonna run to you to control the situation. That's critical fun. Some people don't like critical fun. I love critical fun. That's when I get to control their emotions. That's when I get to control their sleep schedule. See, that's the thing. It takes a different kind of person to play stupid for 10 years. And then tell people, hey, I'm playing stupid. And then continue to be able to play stupid. And they can't tell the difference. Even after you just told them that's what you're doing. This is my favorite game. The only thing I pride myself in is being the most bulletproof and the most truthful.
We'll see. We'll see, Ryan.
The realest and the most authentic.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So, you can call it what you want. That's what I want out of the game. And that's what I continue to give myself. Now, let's get into some fun stuff. Let's look what I found
Here we go.
real quick. We'll keep
What
it
did
at
you find?
a 1 out of 100 for
Look at
now.
what he
Is there
Right.
anybody else in your lane? Like anyone else doing what you do?
I need to watch
What's
this.
your answer, Tom? The look on his face when that question was asked. Come on, Tom. Give him your mainstream ass answer.
I mean, you're the original. But is there anybody else trying to do it?
Come on, Thomas. Hurry up. You're already on the mainstream podcast tour. Say what your puppet master wants you to, bro.
Not.
Damn, son, he's switching gears. That transmission's slipping, ain't it? No. Yeah, you don't know if you want to say it.
We haven't gotten any facts
Not
yet.
not that I know of. Certainly not at
So
the level
cool,
that
bro.
we're at right now. We're kind of standing here. It's so cool.
Is
Alone.
Tom wrong? We'll
That's a
find
record
out.
right there, bro. It took this man less than 1 minute and 30
find out.
seconds to lie. And you wonder why I said,
find
what's
out.
your capsize? Thomas, your cap size is growing, bro. You need some cap ointment for that belligerent oink shit. Well, let's check the cap size. Tom, what's your biggest song, bro?
Here's the first thing that we're gonna see. Okay.
Okay, your biggest song was 4 years ago with 2 other people. 42 million. That's good views. It's good. All right, now I'll match your time frame. I ain't gonna do my biggest song because that's just rude. But I'll match your time frame.
That's actually his biggest song too.
Million.
Okay, so he's trying to make the point that one song out of their catalog determines, in this case, who's the biggest, who is the biggest rapper, who is the biggest artist in this. And he's showing one video. He's going to show a few more, but just like I know from my little channel, the metrics are so, like, I have one video that for no reason whatsoever, it's actually my very first hit video, I guess you would say hit video on my channel from years and years ago, was me streaming a broken game for about 20 minutes and finally giving up because the game was so broken. And for the longest time, that was my #1 video on the channel by a major factor. Not just like, oh, it had a couple, more views than my top video. For a long time, that video had 4,000 views versus all my other videos that were maybe topping out at 100. So to have one sort of hit viral video to take off of your channel versus somebody else's one viral video to take off in their channel is not really a good measure. It's not really a good indicator of who is the biggest. And when they were asking Tom that question in the podcast, they're talking about his latest release, and quite literally for Tom to get where he was on the Billboard charts with a troll song, the friggin' song with Ben Shapiro, for God's sake, nobody else is doing that. Name one other independent artist right now that debuts at like #2 on the top 100. Nobody. He's not lying. Tom's not lying there. Nobody else is doing that. But talking about YouTube, let me make sure I get the right video here. I want to make sure I get the right. Oh, sorry, I meant to move this. Like I said, you got to bear with me because there are some things that I'm not used to doing live. Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. All right. So this is off of Social Blade, which is a way you can look at people's social media, yourself or your competitors, to see what kind of numbers there are, and you can kind of rank and look at things. So here we've got Ryan Upchurch's Social Blade YouTube profile, so to speak. And it's pretty, I looked at it, it's pretty accurate. He's got 3.2 million subscribers, 355 uploads. That's important. He has 2 billion views. He's got a lot of freaking views on his channel. That's a freaking lot, right? His rank is 20. I don't know what a lot of this means here. His estimated monthly earning 5.2 thousand to 83,000. I looked at mine and it seems pretty accurate based on my YouTube. And then up yearly earnings about just shy of $1 million, right? So then I pulled up Tom's. So Tom's 376 uploads, 4.4 million subscribers. He's got less views because, again, when you get one video that's going to do 111 million, I mean, that's pretty freaking impressive, yes. But overall, his rank is higher. His earnings are almost double because he has consistent views across his entire channel, is why his rank is better. Video views over the last 30 days, 47.2 million in a month. Ryan, 20 million in a month. In the last month, Tom has done double the views. Subscribers, 20,000. Tom's subscribers, 140,000 in the last 30 days. So, yes, the views on one video, the views on maybe a few videos have caused sort of an outlier discrepancy here. But overall ranking, when you're just looking at YouTube, because that's what he's talking about here, YouTube, the numbers don't add up. like especially when you look at the views for the last 30 days. So when somebody asks Tom, hey, are there any other independent rappers putting music out on YouTube that is doing the kinds of numbers that you're doing? And Upchurch thinks that he's doing the same amount of numbers. I mean, we can look. And just like Ryan said, you can look yourself. You know, these things are available to everybody. And the difference is more than double. So, yes, Ryan has some videos out there that are exorbitantly higher than Tom's highest videos. But as channel overall, especially the last 30 days, it's not even a contest. It's not even a comparison. It just doesn't even add up. So, back to the video here. So, you've got those views of one video, maybe a couple of videos, 3 or 4 videos. But over, again, he's criticizing Tom for that one answer. And that one answer is truthful. Who is doing those kinds of numbers right now? Not Ryan. Nobody.
Just imagine your Tom bracket. That's not my biggest song. I got a few hundred, over 100 million. I lost track of how many I got, around 46 million. I ain't trying to be a dick, but I have fucking rough draft cover songs. It got more than 46 million.
Yeah, he's right. He does have a handful of songs that have those kinds of views on YouTube. It's something else we're going to talk about here in a minute. Yeah, you're right, Jeremy.
That's why I don't respect artists like you. Because you're liars.
You're right, Jeremy. Tom does do lives and connects with his fans. He does other videos. That stat is uploads. It's not lives. Like if I looked at my uploads, it would not be the same. I have 2,000. How many videos? I have 1.3 thousand videos roughly on my channel. My number of uploads is not the same as that. It's pretty high because I do most of my stuff upload, but my live, I have 600 or 700 live videos now. So that's going to throw that number too. But he just said Tom's a liar based on YouTube views and based on his response to somebody asking in a current event podcast, is anybody else doing what you're doing? Based on current events and based on YouTube, no. Tom stands above any independent artist I've been able to find on YouTube as far as views in the last 30 days. And over twice the views in the last 30 days that Ryan Upchurch has. So he's not a liar. The data's there. We can all see it.
Because y'all's capsize. I can't respect a musician that lies about the history of music.
He's alluding to these things, lies about the history of music. What do you mean he's lying about the history of music? What has Tom lied about? Somebody needs to get me this information. Where has he made fun of country people? Where has he said he was going to fix country or make country music better? And how has he lied about the history of music? That I'm struggling to find, and I want to see it. I genuinely want those. If you've got it, send me the links, put it in the comments. But I got nothing, and maybe Ryan will come out with more stuff. He's alluding to having a lot more receipts, but so far the receipts are not adding up.
I'm not supposed to respect you when you're out here going, I'm independent, I'm independent. I mean, I can't take you serious when you're out here going, I'm independent, I'm independent. And then there's a fucking website with your face and biography and all this shit next to all these fucking mainstream artists, and then a number to handle your business and all these mainstream artists' business. Capsize.
He's showing a booking page for Tom McDonald because Tom has an agent. Tom has never said he doesn't have an agent. He says he doesn't have a manager or a label. He's never said he doesn't have an agent. And Ryan is using this as you're not independent because you have an agent for bookings, for concerts, for appearances, etc. and so on. Ildefonso, I feel strongly that the issue Ryan is having with Tom has a name and is Adam. The relationship between them is strong. And Tom, I think there's some weight to that. The more I see of this beef, the more I see of this unfolding, the more it starts to look more like envy and jealousy than anything else. Now, I'm not going to put words in Ryan's mouth. Maybe that's not true. I'm just taking him at his word right now. This is what Ryan's presenting is the reason behind his beef. And does this hold water? Now, he's saying Tom is fake because Tom has an agent. And he has his face on an agency page for bookings. Okay? He does. I looked it up. He does. But hold on one moment while we change screens again. All right, here's Tom. There's actually a better page. I found the page that Ryan's looking at for his agent's website. It's a very generic, like, white, you can see it's white on black that Ryan was showing. It's like just a very base generic page, right? Tom does have a booking agent. There's a better booking agent info website. There's a better website that lists booking agents, managers, and all that for all the artists you can find, right? So Tom does have, and you have to pay. Like it's censored out because I don't have a subscription to this website. But you can kind of tell here that his direct celebrity email, it starts with HAN. This is HangoverGang.com. This is his website, Tom's website. Tom has an agent. If you go to the website Ryan's looking at, his first name is William. I forgot his last name. That Tom has an agent, but you can see right here, there is no contact information for a manager or publicist, right? And these fields are completely blank because there's no information there. It's not even censored partially because there's nothing there. So yes, Tom does have an agent. Does that make Tom not independent? Well, speaking from an independent writer's perspective, I can have an agent and still release my stuff independently. I don't have an agent because I don't see the need, but I'm also not doing concerts. I'm not trying to book concerts and appearances and tickets and scheduling. I'm not doing any of that, so I don't need an agent. But if Tom's doing a lot of appearances, he needs somebody that's going to arrange those things, schedule those things, make the phone calls, et cetera, so Tom can focus on his art. Being an independent writer, I can appreciate that. If I was doing more conventions all year, if I was doing more appearances than I do, I would want somebody to schedule all that crap for me because that takes away from the time I can use writing and planning and organizing my art rather than trying to set up trips to, Ohio for a show or whatever. But if having a booking agent makes Tom not independent, what does having a booking agent and a manager say about Ryan Upchurch? I looked at two sources to make sure. You can find Chad. I can't remember Chad's last name. But if you look up Ryan Upchurch agent, if you just Google it, you're going to get a LinkedIn profile for a guy named Chad that works at Blue Moon agency in Tennessee, which makes sense because Ryan's in Tennessee. He also has a manager. Tom doesn't have a manager. So how does having an agent make Tom less independent than Ryan, who has an agent and a manager? I'm not saying this has nothing to do with it. I don't think this makes Ryan less independent. You can have an agent and a manager and still be an independent artist. That is not a criticism. That is not a dig, but it's kind of hypocritical. I did it again. I like Tom. I like Ryan's stuff that I've listened to so far. I haven't reviewed Ryan on the show, which I'm going to do tonight after this for New Artist Thursday. I'm going to do one of Upchurch's songs tonight because I've listened to his stuff. He's good. He really is. But what I don't like is when people present an argument with bad information or dishonest information. You know who does that? Politicians. Politicians do that. if you've got facts about Tom being a fraud, let's see some actual facts. Don't call him less independent because he has an agent when you've got an agent too, Ryan. And if that data's outdated, let me know. But when we look your name up on Google, an agent comes up and so does a manager. So you may want to check into that if that's not the case anymore. But it doesn't make you less independent. It doesn't make Tom less independent. It just means you have somebody there that's taking phone calls and scheduling appointments. There's nothing to do with that. So what else does he have to say? Yeah, this is meaningless. Absolutely meaningless right here.
Now, just to recap what we're talking about, what did you say again in the beginning of this interview?
Is there
Right.
anybody else in your lane, like anyone else doing what you do?
No.
I mean, you're the original. Is there anybody else trying to do it?
Not that I know of. Certainly not at the level
cool,
that
bro.
we're at right now. We're kind of standing here. It's so cool.
Look, see, he's trying to discredit me. You don't have no credits.
Is he right, though? Is Tom right? We've already looked at the YouTube numbers. We know in the last 30 days, Tom has done more numbers than Ryan. But is that all there is to it? I got more. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love research. I love digging up stuff. I love digging up facts. So hold on one second. All right. So I found a cool website I'm going to share with y'all. It is called songstats.com. And you can see across the top of songstats.com, it's got tons of websites where you could look up information about artists, songs, and all of that stuff. So I'm going to get rid of some tabs because we don't need the, well, no, I'm going to leave them just in case we want to refer back to them. Okay, so here's Tom's Spotify. We already know Tom has talked about how many monthly views or listens he gets on Spotify. 2.35 million monthly listeners. 2.35 million people a month listen to a Tom MacDonald song on Spotify. 23,000 listen to, oh, I had that on the wrong tab. Spotify. 2. I think that data is wrong, or there's a glitch going on there. But 2 monthly listeners on Spotify right now for Upchurch. How many followers? He's got 354,000. Tom has 1.5 million people that follow him on Spotify. Apple Music. Tom is on 9 playlists, 60 charts, 70 charted tracks. He's being played in 47 countries on Apple Music. This doesn't have monthly listen stats. Those are a lot lower. How's Amazon look? Amazon. 160,000 followers, 7 charts, 3 charted tracks on Amazon. Ryan. 23.6. What do we got here? 106,000 versus 23. And no charts. iTunes. That's the other big one. iTunes. 185 charts, 102 tracks in 84 countries. I don't know. Yeah, it just charts them. It doesn't tell how many plays. iTunes, 10 charts, 10, 7, and 8. 185, 102, and 84. So Ryan, you're talking about facts, and you're talking about data, and you're talking about how he's fake. He didn't lie when he said nobody else is doing this. If you're the example that you think is in his league here, not even close. Jeremy says they need to make a collaboration of Come Together and Hug It Out. I would love to see, and I got to go back and look because I'd heard they did do something in the past. I'll have to go back and look at that and see. So now he's going to get to his final point, and I did some research on this too.
To discredit nobody with, bro. What level do you think you're on?
He's not discrediting you.
You don't have no
State the
certified records.
facts.
You have 0. And that's going by the Universal Registry for Certified Records. The RIAA registry legit says, sorry, this person has 0.
Hold on here.
I mean, it's not reaching it. It's just, that's the fact.
Hold on here. Okay. He's about to show you something that's true, but he's not going to explain it right. He's not going to explain this right. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. I don't think Ryan's lying.
So you say it is a lie. Okay, so what? You capping. You're lying. Now, here's what it looks like.
I'm going to let him keep going. We're going to let him keep going. So he's saying no certified records for Tom McDonald. And Ryan Upchurch has 5. Is he got 6, 7?
Oh, look, this
7.
This is just a speck of
7. Okay. He's not wrong there in what he just showed you, because he showed you the website. But he doesn't explain this part right. I had to look this up because I didn't understand how certified records and tracks work with the RIAA. He's not wrong. The RIAA is like the... thank you, Ildefonso, for the super chat. I appreciate it. The RIAA is the authority on record sales. When you hear about platinum records, you hear about gold records, blah, blah, blah. Yes, they are. And he's saying Tom doesn't come up, but he does. He's right. There's a reason for that, though. So, and I pulled this up, too, because I wanted to be sure that I was right. Okay, so here is the certification criteria for the RIAA. Right off of their website, you can see Album Award, RIAA, and GRF certification audit requirements. It tells you the numbers for each category. It tells you what they are in Latin. It gives you, the requirements as far as it has to be a certain type of record. It has to have a certain number of tracks. If the tracks are released individually, they're counted 10 together as an album, et cetera, and so on. But here's the important part right here. To get certified, first of all, you have, and remember this, you have to submit. Ryan makes it sound like the RIAA is out there tracking numbers and keep a track and then giving people awards based on the numbers that are out there in the wild. That is not true. And again, I don't think Ryan's lying. I just don't think he's not giving you full information because he didn't know, or it doesn't support what he's trying to say. Now, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say he didn't know. He should know because he would have had to do this himself. But you need a record company and a label to submit to RIAA. You can't just sit around and wait for the RIAA to notice you. You've got to submit. You have to actively submit an application that says, here's the tracks, here's the sales, here's all my information, please give me an award. You have to actively do that. And to submit that form, you need a record company and a label. Now, what does Ryan Upchurch have that Tom does not have? Ryan has his own record label, and Ryan has his own company. Tom does not. Surprisingly, I figured Tom would have created his own LLC at this point and released things under his own record label. But when you go to and I'm not going to pull this up, you can go look yourself. When you go to Wikipedia and you look up everybody's releases, it shows all of their album releases at the bottom of their Wikipedia page. Go there and look at Ryan's. Go there and look at Tom's. Under Tom, it all says self-released, self-release, self-release, self-release. There is no record label listed. For Ryan, his record label is listed, his own personal record label. So when he goes to submit his sales numbers, he says, here's my company, here's my record label, here's my sales numbers, and he submits his form and he gets the response back and he gets an award. Ta-da! Tom can't do that without creating his own record company, which he hasn't done. So he's not on the RIAA charts because he has not submitted. So Ryan is using this to say, oh, he doesn't have the sales to hold up. It's not true. You got to just go submit, and he hasn't because he doesn't have a record company or a label. So he can't do those things. So that's not proof of anything. All that's proof of is that for some reason Tom has not created his own record label, which he should, I think. He hasn't created his own LLC, which he should, I think. Legally, he should probably protect himself by creating an LLC. And he hasn't submitted to the RIAA for record sales. That's all that means. That's all this whole reveal just means that Tom hasn't done what he probably should do to get his just desserts from the RIAA. Ryan makes it sound like, oh, he just hasn't been noticed. He's just not there because nobody noticed him. That's not true. That's not how this works. And I hate it when people just give half-truths. Give the whole truth. All right.
What happens when you try to discredit me? I just turn around and let you discredit yourself. I mean, look, I'm not making you lie about stuff.
Hold on.
Let's see when I...
Hold on. Ildefonso said, you know what? I'll do it tonight. Actually, that's a great idea. I'm going to do Upchurch on the channel tonight as new release Thursday. We're going to do Travelers tonight. Thank you for telling me what it was. And that'll be good because I haven't done anything from Struggle Jennings either. Thank you. Ildefonso for the win.
I've been nice to you, and then you try to turn around and discredit me and the people that created what we have created together that is ours.
How?
And you try to steal the story of what we have done. That's when I become a problem for you.
How?
You've had that hog tattoo for a minute, huh? Yeah? Ask Tom where he got that tattoo at.
Okay, now he's going to get into some stuff. He's alluding to, he's foreshadowing, I have more. And I'm curious to see what the more is. I'm not completely dismissing that there may be some truth to Ryan's beef with Tom, but right now, the numbers, the data, there's nothing there, brother. There is nothing there.
Ask him. This will show you how far back this shit goes. Ask him where he got it at. And if he lies, I'll show you where he got it at. Another thing, Tom, who took this photo, Tom? Who took that photo? You want to step on my toes? Don't be mad when I stomp the fuck out of your foot. By the way, hey Tom. Cardoza, motherfucker.
Cardoza. All right, I think that's the end of it. Unfortunately, that means we get a freaking ad. I don't know, guys. There is nothing, no substance to the data that Upchurch presented. Tom did not lie on that podcast. Right now, based on the numbers, there is no independent musician, at least in the rap field, that is doing those kinds of numbers. I just showed you the data from multiple sources, from multiple places, and explained how it all works. I don't know how else to give it to you. But there's no substance whatsoever to Ryan's beef so far. Is there more? Yeah, he's alluding to more. I don't know what Cardoza means. He's going to tell us about the hog tattoo. He's going to tell us about all that. I don't know what all that means. We'll see. But right now, there's nothing there, man. There is nothing there. And then you got this parrot, Just Trey, on your shoulder. Like, oh, I'm standing beside him and I'm going to fight this battle too. That you didn't ask to join you, Ryan. Or did you? I asked in a chat if Ryan Upchurch asked Just Trey to join this fight. And I didn't expect a response. Obviously, he's not going to respond to everybody that pops into his streams and chats. I don't doubt he's even watching this. But if you are, man, did you ask Just Trey to join you? Do you need his help against Tom? Because he thinks you do. He released another song today. He released a 4th diss track. He's releasing more diss tracks than you are. Granted, he's stealing the beats and the hooks and everything else from other people. But do you need his help, man? Like, he's that little dog. That little... I think I still got it. Yeah, I still got it right here. That Trey is all over your butt, man. Did you ask him to do that? I don't think so. I doubt it. If you did, let us know, but I don't think you did. I think he's just like, please look at me, notice me, boss. Please look at, I'm helping. He's not helping, dude. He's making it look worse. It's making it look worse, brother. And this did not help. Did not help. I don't know who all's going to see this. I know a lot of reactors are going to watch this and be like, ooh, he's got all the facts. He's got all the receipts. Bullshit. You don't have all the receipts. And those reactors, if they didn't do their own research, if they didn't do their own looking into this, that's why I don't do reactions. Because most of those guys, or a lot of, I don't want to say most of those guys, there are some of those reactors that are fake as fuck. And if they don't do any research into this video, because they're going to react, I'm going to see it for the next 3 days. People are going to be like, oh, I need to see the latest. They're going to be going off about it. Do your research, guys. Don't just ride Ryan's dick. You know, be honest, be real, be that referee. Ryan told you, be the referee. Tell him when he's wrong. Tell him when he's right. Be the referee. Do your research. I did. And it doesn't add up. Do Ryan's version. Oh, hold on. Ryan's version of Travelers Alone is awesome. Ryan has a video 4 years old. This song makes me a fan of Ryan. Okay, I'll do Ryan's first. And then we'll follow up with more. Lachelle, Ryan's manager, is his best friend and videographer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make him any less independent. But he's saying because Tom has an agent, he's not independent. That's horseshit. Ryan has an agent too. That doesn't make him less independent. And you're saying Tom is buying bots. It's coming out soon. I want to see that. I want to see the proof, because right now all we're getting is, oh, Tom's doing this, Tom's doing that, Tom's doing this. And then when he tries to present evidence, just like I showed, if you missed most of this video, rewind it and take a look. All the evidence is bullshit. All so far. So I want to see, how do we know Tom's buying bots? I want to see that. Hopefully there's some concrete evidence to that. We'll see. I don't know. Ildefonso, Tom just finished recording a song that required yelling. Tom has Nova. Absolutely. That doesn't make him less independent. You're missing the point, Lachelle. Ryan said, Tom's not independent. Look, he has an agency page. Ryan has an agent too. It doesn't make either one of them less independent. But it kind of makes Ryan a hypocrite. Oh, Tom's got an agent. So's Ryan. It doesn't change the fact that they're both independent artists. And they're trying to say Tom's not. Doesn't matter. Nova has ties to a big PR. So what? Are they using, do you have proof that they're using this PR firm to push Tom McDonald? Are they giving him money to help him pay for his record? The definition of an independent artist, I'm an independent author. The definition of an independent artist, the person who does all the work, puts all their own money into it, releases it themselves. Is the PR firm giving him money? If so, show me. I would love that kind of information. It does not matter. It doesn't make him less independent. Buying ads doesn't make you less independent. Buying ad space on Amazon doesn't make you less independent. Buying ad space on Facebook doesn't make you less independent. Going on podcasts doesn't make you less independent. Are you producing, paying for, and releasing your content yourself? That makes you independent. So, again, Lachelle, Veracruza, Cordoza, Blue Moon belongs to Ryan. So? Doesn't make either one of them less independent. He still has an agent. He still has somebody he pays to book his events. So does Tom. So what? Mainstream media will not mess with independent artists. Sorry. What? Since when? Since when? Mainstream media has featured independent artists before. They will feature independent artists in the future. There's nothing to that. There's absolutely nothing to that. You've got nothing. Right now, we've got nothing. They're making accusations with they don't hold water. There's no concrete. Now, I know you're obviously a fan of Ryan. But I just showed all the data. So you can refute the data all you want to. The numbers are there. You can go look yourself. So rewind the video, watch it. And if you disagree with the data I showed, if you disagree with anything that I showed, you're welcome to go find different data and give me links and I'll go look. But it's all there. Now, that's Lachelle. That is false. But we're not going to talk about hyperbole or supposition or guesses. That's false. Independent artists have been featured on mainstream media before, and they will again. And if we're calling mainstream media cable news and a podcast on YouTube, independent artists are all over freaking YouTube. Anyway, I got to go get another beer, take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do Ryan's version of Travelers because we want to add Ryan to the new artists that we review on the channel. So if you're interested, you guys can all come. Don't need to. I know y'all just, you know. Okay. If you know, but you're not going to share it, then you know what? The only person you're helping is you. If you got some proof out there that Tom's not independent, please do share it in the comments. I would be willing to look at that. I'd be more than happy to view it. Otherwise, you got nothing. I will see you guys. Guess what? All those are cable news. Cable news. Cable news hasn't been mainstream media ever. It's cable news. That's why nobody takes them seriously. It's not fucking mainstream media. It's cable news. It is just as generic and shitty as YouTube is. Anyway, we're going to do Ryan here in a little bit. I'm going to go take a break and get a beer. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.